Hello, this is Dr. Do again. This video is outside of medicine. Continue with reading, learning history through reading. So I'm going to continue from last time, talk about the city of Sodom and Gomorrah. So I'm going to continue. Get out of my way, they replied, and they said, this fellow came here as an alien, and now he wants to play the judge. We will treat you worse than them. They kept bringing pressure on Lot and moved forward to break down the door. Then the man inside reached out and pulled Lot back into the house and shut the door. Then they struck the men who were at the door of the house, young and old, with blindness so that they could not find the door. The two men said to Lot, do you have anyone else here, son-in-law, sons or daughters, or anyone else in the city who belongs to you? Get them out of here, because we're going to destroy this place. The outcry to the Lord against these people is so great that he had sent us to destroy it. So Lot went out and spoke to his sons-in-law, who were pledged to marry his daughters. He said, hurry and get out of this place, because the Lord is about to destroy the city. But his son-in-law thought he was joking. With the coming of dawn, the angels urged Lot, saying, hurry, take your wife and your two daughters who are here, or you will be swept away when the city is punished. When he hesitated, the man grasped his hand and the hands of his wife and of his two daughters and led them safely out of the city. For the Lord was merciful to them. As soon as they had brought them out, one of them said, flee for your lives, do not look back, and do not stop anywhere in the plain. Flee to the mountains, or you will be swept away. But Lot said to them, no, my lords, please, your servant has found favor in your eyes, and you have shown great kindness to me in sparing my life, but I cannot flee to the mountains. This disaster will overtake me, and I will die. Look, here's a town near enough to run to, and it is small. Let me flee to it. It's very small, isn't it? Then my life will be spared. He said to him, very well, I will grant this request too. I will not overthrow the towns you speak of, but flee there quickly, because I cannot do anything until you reach it. This is why the town was called Zoar. There's a note for the Zoar means small. By the time Lot reached Zoar, the sun had risen over the land. Then the Lord rained down burning sulfur on Sodom and Gomorrah from the Lord out of the heavens. Thus he overthrew those cities and the entire plain, including all those living in the cities and also the vegetations in the land. But Lot's wife looked back, and she became a pillar of salt. Early the next morning, Abraham got up and returned to the place where he had stood before the Lord. He looked down toward Sodom and Gomorrah, toward all the land of the plain, and he saw dense smoke rising from the land, like smoke from a furnace. So when God destroyed the cities of the plain, he remembered Abraham, and he brought Lot out of the catastrophe and overthrew the cities where Lot had lived. Lot and his daughters. Lot and his two daughters left Zoar and settled in the mountain. For he was afraid to stay in Zoar. He and his two daughters lived in a cave. One day the other daughter said to the younger, our father is old, and there is no man around here to lie with us, as is the custom all over the earth. Let's set our father to drink wine and then lie with him and preserve our family line through our father. That night they got their father to drink wine, and older daughter went to lay with him, and he was not aware of it when they lay down and when she got up. The next day the older daughter said to the younger one, "Last night I laid with father, and let's get him to drink wine again tonight, and you go in and lie with him, so we can preserve our family line through our fathers." So they got their father in to drink wine that night also, and the younger daughter went and laid with him. Again he was not aware of it when she lay down or when she got up. So both of Lot's daughters became pregnant by their father, and the elder daughter had a son, and she named him Moab. He is the father of the Moabites of today. And the younger daughter also had a son, and he named him Ben-Ami. He is the father of the Ammonites of today. Abraham and Abimelech. Chapter 20. Now Abraham moved on from there into the region of the Negev and lived between Kadesh and Shur. For a while he stayed in Gerar, and there Abraham said of his wife Sarah, "She is my sister." Then Abimelech, king of Gerar, sent for Sarah and took her. But God came to Abimelech in a dream one night and said to him, "You are as good as dead because of the woman you have taken. She is a married woman." Now Abimelech had not gone near her. So he said, "Lord, will you destroy an innocent nation? Did he not say to me, 'She is my sister'? And did she also say, 'He is my brother'? I have done this with a clear conscience and clean hands." Then God said to him in the dream, "Yes, I know you did this with a clear conscience, and so I have kept you from sinning against me. That is why I did not let you touch her. Now return the man's wife, for he is a prophet, and he will pray for you, and you will live. But if you do not return her, you may be sure that you and all yours will die." Early the next morning, Abimelech summoned all his officials, and when he told them all that had happened, they were very much afraid. Then Abimelech called Abraham in and said, "What have you done to us? How have I wronged you that you have brought such great guilt upon me and my kingdom? You have done things to me that should not be done." And Abimelech asked Abraham, "What was your reason for doing this?" I'm going to stop here today and continue tomorrow. Thank you for watching. See you next time.